Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That drummer is losing his mind. Riding that cymbal.
Hey man, you know, if you ain't got the rock, then you ain't got the roll. And that's the intro, the first words I'll speak after taking a week off. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Best of Five Show. My name is Elon, and I hope you guys enjoyed the Speed music. It's from the movie Speed from 1992. It's Keanu, or no, maybe it was 1990. I don't know, whatever. It had Keanu Reeves, it had Sandra Bullock. It's been described as Die Hard on a bus, and it's amazing. It's the best movie ever. Go watch it. It sounds like the Metal Gear Solid soundtrack. So whoever
I was
did
about to look it up, see what came out first.
Yeah,
Metal
I think
Gear 1998.
Yep, I think they got the little tip of the hat to Speed in the Metal Gear Solid soundtrack. But anyway, we're a fighting game talk show, apparently, supposedly. So let's try talking about fighting game stuff. My name is Elon. Welcome to another episode of Best of Five. I'm here joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the wonderful human being that is Lord Automatic. Automatic, how you doing?
My, how are you?
Well, I had to take last week off, and now we're back. I shaved. I've been trying to shave since like last November, and I finally did it. And I feel like a new man.
I only shave my head these days. It's just a reverse polarity. It used to be, you'd have to shave my face every day. I just shave my head every now and again.
Yeah. No, I was not gifted with good hair genes, both in the face and in the head. So I'm supposed to shave more often than I do. But I finally just got a pair of clippers, like the stuff they use to buzz your head. I just do that with my face, and it's great. It used to take me hours to shave. Now I just do it in like 15 minutes. It's wonderful.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. All right, tonight on the show, we got a couple of things to talk about. We're going to talk about a couple of things before we even get to the topics. But once we get to the topics, we're going to say goodbye to ICFC. If you guys don't know, ICFC, it was the set of weekly tournaments, weekly online tournaments that started because of the pandemic, and they announced they are ending. We'll take a dive into that. Sajam did a Tekken.
He did.
I don't know if you watched it, but it was pretty cool. We're gonna chat a little bit about that. Akuma is here. Well, maybe soon. They said spring, and it is spring, so I don't know. And then at the very end of the show, we have a brand new segment that my hope is going to be the best segment ever that we'll be bringing back often, and it is called Every Frame of Data. We'll be going to the Smithsonian Museum for that. I'm not even kidding. We'll be taking a trip to a museum. But first, before we even get into the topics and everything, we do need to go over a couple of things because things came out before the show started that I saw. First, check this shit out. It's a little small, but it says, Lights cameo action. Janet Cage will be ready to assist for all MK1 players on March 27th. So they finally announced the date for Janet Cage. Janet Cage is like the alter ego of Johnny Cage in the story mode. If you haven't played it, it's pretty cool. They also, they didn't announce this. They didn't announce this, but they added another character to the game, which is crazy. Like they just shadow dropped the character. And it's E.T. from the movie E.T. Check this out.
Oh, really? Let's find out more.
And there it goes. My people need me.
I believed you for like a split second, and I'm like, wait, it's a bit. He's doing a bit. There's no way.
Honestly, so last week I I deal with a lot of mental health issues. One of the things I tried to do was make a whole bit into that. Like I got like the ET footage, and I was gonna like superimpose Melina into it, and then like it crashed and I lost everything. So I was like, fuck it, I'm done.
That's the worst.
But yeah, and like I learned how to do tracking, and like that in itself was a whole fucking thing. But anyway. It's weird to see stuff like that, like in the middle of an online match for a AAA game, which WB has their hands on. But 'tis what it be. Next, before we go into into all the topics. This came out, I believe, either yesterday or today. And it is, speaking of Warner Brothers, it is Multiverses. Multiverses is back. Look at that. There's Tony, the co-founder of Player First Games. Anyway, so they announced quite a lot of things. There he is talking. I'll just give you the lowdown. They're switching to Unreal 5. So they kind of rebuilt the game for Unreal 5, and they're saying that they rebuilt the game from the ground up with new netcode, which is interesting because I thought they had rollback netcode when they first sent this out. So my hope and my assumption is that they are adding server-based rollback, which, if you guys don't know, it's what online Marvel 3 has been, where everybody connects to a Parsec PC and play it out there. There's the changes from Unreal 4 to 5. They talk about Tony talked about new characters and all this other stuff. There's a couple of cool new things in there in the trailer, so it's going to be very, very interesting. They announced that the game will be back in May. That is the full release of the game, and it is still free to play. So I'm looking forward to it. I usually am not a platform fighter person, but Multiverses got me, man. I played quite a bit of it. It was very fun. I had a hell of a Harley Quinn. It was very fun. Did you get to play any of it at all or not?
I did. I played Harley, Superman. I think that was it. I enjoyed it for about a week, maybe 2.
Yeah,
I feel like there wasn't a lot of goals much to accomplish, except just playing the game. So I think they also added single player content as well.
Yep,
so
there will be like a PvE content, they call it. So there will be other ways to play instead of just queuing up with random people online. I tried playing duos online. Man, that was a rough time. Playing duos online with like random people, that shit sucked. But no, it's exciting, man, because like it was very bizarre. If you recall, they released the beta for it, and it was coming up. Then they opened the beta, and they started releasing characters for it, and everything looked really cool. And then they're like, "All right, we're going away, bye." And now they're back.
See, they're back.
Yeah, they just kind of like it seemingly came out of nowhere, where they said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna shut down the beta, and then we're gonna, we're going away, goodbye." And now they're back. I think a couple of days ago they tweeted out mic test, and then everybody started freaking out, and then Tony showed up. And I suggest you guys go watch that video, man, because it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. They have like a bunch of voices going on, like everybody talking shit on Tony. Like Bugs Bunny's over there. Marvin the Martian hacks the teleprompter. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So shout outs to everybody over there at Play First Games for doing some cool stuff. Pretty cool. All right. I think it's time for us to get into our topics. So
down like a sad clown.
Like a sad clown? Me too. Speaking of sad, we have to say goodbye to ICFC.
That's crazy.
ICFC posted this last week. I think they posted it either on Monday or Tuesday last week. And it says, "Today we're bringing our ICFC weeklies to a close. Our original goal with ICFC was to help to sustain the FGC when the world shut down. Since 2020, we've hosted 350 plus events, awarded 400,000 plus in prizes, and run brackets for 30,000 plus entrants. We've helped players qualify for the Tekken World Tour, get partnered on Twitch, and practice to win Capcom Cup, all while giving financial support and experience to dozens of TOs and commentators. There's a lot to be proud of in ICFC, and with offline play back and online events more popular than ever, we can take pride in having followed through on its initial goal as well. But just as we'll never stop supporting the FGC, ICFC will live on, albeit in different non-weekly forms that we'll announce later. For now, the Level Up Your Game crew, which is Rip's channel, will take up the torch for Wednesday North America Tekken. We're also canceling our Street Fighter 6 ICFC Championship, and we'll be compensating qualified players with the money we've allocated for prizes. Thanks so much for your support. So it seems like it was a very sudden decision, but it also seems like they... It's bizarre because, they're canceling the Street Fighter 6 ICFC championships. But it sounds like this was something that was thought of way before, so maybe they just decided to pull the trigger earlier on it than they expected. So, what are your thoughts?
It is odd. It seems like it's kind of out of place to just cancel it suddenly. So maybe something came up where they're working with a bigger company and they have to prioritize something, more major. That's the best case scenario I think of. I hope it's not like people got burnt out or they don't want to do it anymore or interest isn't there.
Yeah.
Online tournaments they don't quite touch the magic at all of offline tournaments, but they're kind of a necessary supplement. But it feels like online tournaments are supposed to supplement the offline environment. But up until very recently, it's just been nothing but online. So
Yeah.
hopefully, you got the good things coming around the corner with it.
Yeah, and it's the thing that's been crazy is both I see it on the online scene has mainly been. Of course, I say this generally because there's a lot of other online weeklies that do very, very well. But when the world shut down, I just saw ICFC and Tampa Never Sleeps. Those were the two companies that were kind of holding up the mantle for the FGC, having online weeklies for different games almost every day. So running tournaments at those, and by the way, I am comfortable saying this, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody else running online tournaments or anything, but I think, in my humble opinion, ICFC had the best experience of any other online tournament. It was the absolute easiest to deal with. You would show up. You didn't even have to touch Smash GG except looking at the brackets. You would just report to a TO. It was basically like you were in an in-person tournament. You would play your game, then you would report to a TO, and then the TO would say, "Hey, your next game is here," or whatever. And I think that is a lot better than the experience. That is a much better experience, in my opinion, than some of the other weeklies where you have to track players down, and then you have to wait for them because they're not checking the Discord or they're off playing ranked or whatever, and it's just a miserable experience for everybody. So I feel like they got it right. So I'm sad to see them go. But it's not the end of on. There's a part of me that was like, oh no, online weeklies are dying, but that's not the case at all. Like Tampa Never Sleeps is still rocking it up. Casa is still rocking it up. Bunch, right? Was still doing his thing. Bum. That's what I was thinking of. Is still doing his thing as well. The folks over at Reversal.gg are still doing their thing. Like there's a lot everywhere. So. The online scene is still as strong as ever, and while we're not seeing ICFC anymore, I look forward to seeing what they're going to do with their newfound bandwidth now of not running online tournaments every day.
Yeah, wasn't it the guys from 10-0 that they were working in tandem? Okay.
Yeah, no, it was 10-0. I did see that they're broaching the podcast space, so fuck them. I'm kidding. It's content is not a zero-sum game. Like there's enough to go around for everybody, and if there are people who step on other people for creating content, they're dumb. So stop it. But yeah, it's an interesting decision, and because it hit me off guard because it was so sudden. But I'm curious to see what's gonna come next. I have no speculation. I can't even imagine what's gonna happen. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Cool. That's ICFC. Goodbye. We have to do our thing. ICFC, the weeklies were great. Thank you so much for your service. All right, enough of that shit. All right, thank you, Danny DeVito, for helping us out there. Cool. That's ICFC. Next. Centro, thank you for using that emote, man. Next. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Sajam did a Tekken. It was pretty cool. Sajam announced that he was reaching out to creators outside of the FGC for interest in participating in a big Tekken thing. There it is. And he then announced last week, during the week, what the teams were. And these were the teams. It was Team Justin Wong with the content creators BoxBox, Afro Senju, Star Smitten, and Connor Eats Pants. Team FeeDX with Skara, This Guy's Toast, Lily Pichu, and Saikuno, the Huffline TV team. Team Brawl Pro with Lazy Matman, Super RTF, Coney, and Slime. Team MYK with Rosemi Lovelock, Kite Hasegawa, E-Rob, and V-Bright Shield. Team Joey Fury with I'm a Cutie Pie, Shifter, Emily Wang, and Rob CD. And last but not least, Team Kawaii Face Miles. And I'm really happy to see Kawaii Face Miles again. She's cool. With Raditz, Shanik, Sidian, and Porcelain Maid. So a really interesting mix of content creators on the YouTube end of things, on the Twitch end of things, on the VTuber end of things. It garnered quite a bit of interest, and this is a pretty cool cast. Did you get to see like any of the anything from this at all?
I saw one match on Friday between Justin Wong and FeeDX. Hope I'm saying his name correctly.
FeeDX.
And FeeDX, I bet it all on Justin because I learned in my youth to never bet against Justin. Justin lost. I lost a lot of Sage Jam points. But it was cool. It was really cool to see myself getting drawn into Tekken in a tournament that is, it's got such a wide audience of the streamers they got out there because they don't come from fighting games. And then they get to have the experience of what it's like to be somebody playing fighting games competitively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think something that this gave us, which is really cool, and I think we all have to thank Sajam for, is the excitement that these people outside of the FGC got for learning Tekken was very infectious, right? Mm-hmm. I think we talked a little bit in these last couple weeks where it just feels like you have to just eat 50-50s and the game doesn't feel great to play, and like there's all this stuff that we're complaining about it. But seeing people have fun with it made me like, I was like, okay, maybe this game isn't half bad. I'm gonna go play, and then I played, and I had some fun. Some.
Doesn't it make you feel like it's not for you? The game is not for it's for that experience, which I think is like the best way to do it. I think Sajam is brilliant for putting it together.
1000%. And he had like some really, really, really crazy big names. I think Slime, who was on Team Brawl Pro, is like part of that the Yard podcast with like Ludwig and like those guys. E-Rob is one of like part of the big group of streamers that live here in Austin. I've heard of Porcelain Maid by proxy just because I wound up getting drawn into the VTuber sphere for a little bit. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. There was a lot of people coming from League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics, which was super duper interesting. So seeing everybody be put into a new sphere and seeing how they deal with it was so cool. And we do have the results here. And team first place is Team Joey Fury. Team second place is Team Brawl Pro. Third place, Team MYK. Fourth place is Team FeeDX. And then tied for fifth is Team Kawaii Face Miles and Team Justin Wong.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's my boy.
Justin Wong?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. FeeDX, I don't know if you saw this, but last year FeeDX kind of made a name for himself and he kind of broke through like the barrier of the Tekken scene at CEO. Where he was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, like one of the few like U.S. representatives to like make top 8, and like he beat a bunch of big names to get there. It was crazy. I also saw him slap the stage so hard that either the stage broke or his hand broke.
Ugh. Man, I didn't know. I didn't recognize his game. I apologize. I thought he was like an up and coming YouTuber who was okay at Tekken. No, he's a beast.
Yeah,
Someone got this.
I tried to keep up with him as much as possible, but I spoke with him a little bit at CEO, and then I saw him start creating content, and he's just been grinding away and growing, and it's so cool to see how far he's come just from last year at CEO, and now he's like leading a team, doing this stuff. He's even like on the side coaching other people, other big streamers and content creators. So shout outs to FeeDX, man. He's doing the Lord's work over there.
Yep. There was a moment I was watching him stream, and a viewer asked him, like, why don't you make a video about how to beat this certain moveset? He's like, I don't really get views. I was like, that's what I do. That's a video I would make.
Yeah, no, I know. So it's been in the back of my mind, and I even have it saved. He did a video teaching you how to deal with grabs, how to break throws in Tekken, and that is the thing that I struggle with the most. And it's in my saved videos. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm gonna watch it, I promise, and then hopefully I'll be able to break throws. Probably not though, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, big shout outs to Sajam. I don't know who was helping out with production or who his production support was, but whoever they were, they did a bang up job. So shout outs to them. And you know, I feel like this garnered a lot of interest outside of the FGC for Tekken. So, you know, that's never a bad thing. So shout outs to Sajam, shout outs to his team, shout outs to everybody that competed, shout outs to everybody that coached. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Tasty Steve was commentating, so there you get the old Tasty Steve combo.
Yeah, the Tasty Jam. I think I'm trying to remember the last time we saw them before. I think they did commentary at Capcom Cup together.
That sounds right.
But I was trying to remember the last time we saw them together, and it's been a hot minute. So
I think that was it though, Capcom Cup.
Yeah.
But I guess that does go back to the weeklies and offline events. You don't really have that West Coast offline weekly kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think that was it. I know ICFC was more of a loose thing, right? Where they just had like a rotating cast of whoever was there. So I think they were there, but there's like 4 people on the commentary call at any given time for ICFC. So it was a little bit different. But yeah, no, it's cool. Like I know we were talking about online tournaments being supplemented by offline tournaments. I think this is a great like Venus flytrap for people outside of the FGC to get sucked in. So It's amazing. I'm a fan. Do you have any other final thoughts? Do you have did you find any content creators that you're now following because of the event?
No, not particularly. I've been dad and many other things, so I was lucky that I got to watch the 2 matches that I did. But overall I'm really impressed. It was an awesome event. It's just super good, and I think the viewership was very high. Like, I don't want to put a number out there and be wrong, but it was really like they probably surpassed what they expected. Yeah, I think I saw a tweet that like across all platforms there was over 100,000 people watching, which is pretty damn nice. Yep. That's pretty amazing. So it's good when you can make something where the mechanics of the fighting game doesn't matter. The storyline is what's important, and that's I think what was intended there. Yeah, no, and having I think it was such a genius way of having the coaches coach like teams of people, right? Because like in my brain, I'm like I don't think too much. It doesn't work up there. So I'm like, oh, open bracket with people that don't play fighting games is gonna be interesting. But having it be a team format with like round robins and pool round robins and then brackets, fucking killed it. It was very well thought out. And Mazen Obama did something similar with Street Fighter 6. I was a part of that. I was one of the coaches. Yeah, I remember. You coached Emeru and Lakari. And Emeru. Yeah, they're also here in Austin. They're cool. I still see Lakari playing Street Fighter 6 and Tekken every once in a while. I know he's a fighting game head, so yeah. So pretty cool. I hope we get to see more of this stuff, man. Yeah. If I ever have the bandwidth and the pool, which I don't, as far as having the pool, I'd love to do something like that. But well, maybe in the future we'll do it. Who knows? It seems like it's the way to do it, man. Like if you're making another online tournament, it's not going to be very unique. No. There's enough of those. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we were just talking about how there's a ton of online tournaments, online weeklies and everything. So, nothing but good things I have heard. And that's very rare on Twitter and in the FGC nowadays and on the online sphere. So, big ups to Sajam. I love like all this positivity that's been around it. Super big fan. Cool. Next. Speaking of positivity and the lack thereof, Capcom announced last week that they were having a 2-day event, or an event in 2 days, where they were going to show off some Capcom title stuff. On March 7th, they showed off, I don't know, I didn't watch. It was like Dragon's Dogma 2. People are excited about that. That's not for me. And then yesterday, they had the other half, which was
news about Street Fighter 6, Exoprimal, and Monster Hunter. Have you played Exoprimal at all? Exoprimal's really cool. Exoprimal's cool. But, you know, they were talking about Street Fighter 6. It's like, oh, we're going to get Street Fighter 6 news. Yes. First thing on the program, it's like, yes, excitement is building. And then this happens. And the excitement was crazy. Uh-oh, I think I fucked up the audio.
It's an important.
It's too exciting. There we go.
Nope,
that's the wrong one. Hold on. There it is. God, I have too many fucking.
Yeah, I think I got it now.
Hundreds of opponents, all felled by his hand. Thousands of strikes exchanged. They forged his spirit. Every moment engraved into his very being.
Who's doing the voiceover for this? It sounds wacky.
I heard Bolt Shark on Twitter say, I hope it's Gen doing the voiceover. But there's like a little bit of a British accent and a little twang in there. That ain't Gen.
Fists with ambition so
He looks so tanky.
they seek to soar.
Yeah, he looks huge.
Very heavens.
Yep. Coming in spring, which is now, so what the fuck? And there he goes. I love like the Kurosawa style for the trailer. Like I'm a big fan of that style, so seeing that stuff is really cool. They showed off some stuff that I did not expect to see, specifically like the hand outline. Did you see that shit? Like there was like an outline of a hand bigger than his hand. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Check this out. That looked so interesting to me. Where is the hand in the hand? There it is. See, look at that. Look, there's a fist on top of his fist.
Do you think? Oh, wow.
And it's bigger than.
You think that's for visual impact, or is this some kind of implication there?
Look at his face. It's like a mask.
Oh, that's like a Oni kind of thing. Like, oh yeah. That's like the thing that you put in as it's like a demon or a dragon kind of thing. That's pretty sick.
So, see right there?
Wow.
Yeah, like there's some pretty cool effects happening. I really hope that's not just cutscene effects. I hope that's like how he actually fights. He just gets like just aura of doom or whatever the hell. Do you have any like gut reactions to the trailer?
He looks super tanky. You know, typically Akuma is low health, a lot of options, but I wonder if they totally flip the script and make him more of a high damage, tanky, but slow moves kind of character. That's what it looks like to me. And he looks like he's in somewhere in that, like, I don't know the lore between Akuma and Oni, Shin Akuma, but it looks like he's not only Akuma. It looks like he's something different now.
Yeah. What was really cool is in the presentation, they talked about how they used like animals and Buddha statues as reference for like his musculature. Which is like really interesting. But yeah, it's go ahead.
What else I think is interesting is when he does the shot. Man, I can't avoid this. When he does the shot that you see his back, there's no symbol. It doesn't usually. You get the symbol that shows up.
Here, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let's see, where is it? There.
So maybe like at the very end. You just set that closing scene, like the very last scene after they show even, after that.
Oh yeah, when he like flies away in the smoke or whatever.
Right there, yeah.
Let's see. Okay, let me try and freeze frame it here. This is the most professional thing I've ever done in my life. There he is.
Yeah, you would expect the Tien symbol to light up there, but nothing.
Instead, he just ninja smokes away. Pocket sand.
And he has the whole white hair. And I don't think Akuma... I think his hair is naturally white. I'm just thinking more of Oni. Oni had like the purplish white hair. purple body and the white hair, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, because Akuma's hair has always been, what, like red?
Yeah, more like burgundy.
Burgundy. Ron Burgundy. But no, super exciting. And then they showed the trailer. It's like, yeah. Teaser. And then it's like, yeah. What else? That was it. That's all they said. And they're like, yep, he's going to be in World Tour mode, and you can go to the stage, which I think is like his Alpha stage, Alpha 2 stage, or
Looks
whatever.
like it.
Honestly, my initial reaction to that, instead of thinking the Alpha 2 stage, is like, oh, it's the stage from Super Puzzle Fighters, which is the same stage. But pretty cool. But I was expecting more, man. Am I in the wrong for expecting more?
No, I think everybody wants more. But just Ed didn't. Ed's pretty cool, but he's not really. I feel like he's already kind of forgotten about. But that could just be me. I haven't been keeping up for about the past, couple days. But but I think we were just hungry for more game, like for the game to change, for more to be in the game, more stuff, more costumes.
Yeah. No, and you know what's really interesting? Something that I have never thought about. But I've been keeping up with Olaf Redman on Twitter. And he is like all in on World Tour mode. Like that's his thing. He doesn't give a shit about the rest of the game. It's World Tour all the way. He has been like exploring, like he from what I've been from like my little interaction with him on Twitter, like apparently they're adding like a bunch of like interesting little details on World Tour mode when they add new characters on top of like adding them as trainers in the quest lines and stuff. So that's pretty damn cool. And that's something that like I didn't even think about. I didn't even finish World Tour mode. I think I got to like Ken, and I was like, I don't want to play like Ken, and then I quit. That's pretty cool though. So the fact that they're adding so much into it is really neat. And then they talked about the collabs that they did on the Battle Hub. I'm gonna say this. Look, I don't mean to be a negative Nelly, right? I usually try not to be a negative Nelly, but I'm gonna be a negative Nelly. When Capcom Cup was happening, the Battle Hub looked sick. I don't know if you stepped in the Battle Hub when it was happening, but it was like different colors. There was like crazy different stuff everywhere. Like it was a whole different feel. There was new music. They didn't play the stream on the big TV, but it was really cool. And then it got back and they're like, oh yeah, and Mega Man. We're going to have a collab Mega Man in the Battle Hub. And they're back to just like same old color except like different music and like the banners, and that's it. It's like, man, what the fuck? am I expecting too much? I don't know.
Maybe maybe, yeah.
Maybe I'm just really hoping that I am not hating on the game, but I feel like it's been very samey for me in my experience with it. So maybe seeing it be samey everywhere else is like, oh man, maybe this ain't for me. The voices in my head are going. But no, honestly though, I've been playing a lot more these past couple weeks, and I've been enjoying some of it. We're gonna talk offline about stuff that
I've been playing a lot of Tekken 8, and man, from going from Tekken 8 to Street Fighter 6, I'm like, wow. This finally some stability. Like Tekken 8 has been an experience, man.
Yeah, why? Because you're forced to eat 50/50s all day?
Yeah, the heat system in combination with just not having all the information you need, like matchup knowledge, and then your own mastery of your own character, is very overwhelming. It's just sometimes it's just a bunch of plus chip chip plus chip mix up.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna say this. I did not think this was gonna be the case for me, but with this new era of fighting games, I really hate that you're punished for blocking.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
I genuinely thought that was gonna be a good thing. It's like, oh, you're giving people reasons to not block. This is gonna be cool. I hate it. I really hate it. It's like, yeah, where's like I'm trying to sit there and like do defense, and all of a sudden my drive meter's gone. It's like, damn, man. I was trying to play.
Must choose.
Yeah.
Guess better.
But with that said, though, I'm curious to see what comes out. I hope we get more information soon. It's really weird that instead of showing the Akuma teaser off at Capcom Cup, they decided to show it off a week later at this Capcom highlights thing.
Yeah, the timing is so strange.
Yeah, maybe there's I know in the past there's been like a notorious disconnect between the higher ups of Capcom and then Capcom USA. So I wonder if that's happening. Where there's like, oh, we can show this off at Capcom Cup, and they're like, no, we got this thing. Fuck you. But yeah. Anyway, Akuma teaser. Akuma looks cool. Looking forward to it. I hope he's coming sooner rather than later. I hope it's at the most April. If it's later than that, I'm gonna be sad. Real sad. And they announced that. I don't know if they announced this during Capcom Cup, but they did announce that Capcom Cup 2024 starts in June.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot later than I thought it would be.
I to piggyback on what you're saying about expectations, it feels like season 2. It's got to be big. There's got to be something like a lot of meat to it.
Yeah, it's a little scary, isn't it?
Yeah,
because like I was watching Max's reaction to the Akuma teaser, and he had the exact same thought. It's like, I'm expecting big things for season 2, and it's like. And they did talk a lot about how they're just getting started and all this other stuff. So maybe we're going to get something really cool. I hope we're not going to delve back into the years of Capcom between Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 where like communication was terrible and we got barely anything. And then when we got stuff, it was like, eh.
Yeah, but as it is right now, it seems like the opposite of Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 released, it was a steaming pile of dog water. Then it actually improved over the years. Street Fighter 6, when it was released, fantastic, amazing product. And then it's like, not flatlined, but it's not really...
Yeah, it's plateaued. I know what you mean. Yeah, as far as like enjoyment factor, that's how I feel too. It's like, it's plateaued a little bit.
Yep.
And I was hoping to like Head, man, but I guess he's just not for me. He's just not for me. And that's okay. You know. Things not being for you is okay. We just gotta learn to settle, I guess. Maybe
That's
settle's
fascinating.
not. Yeah, settle's
when
not the right
Ed was released in Street Fighter 5, that was also the time frame that I kind of lost interest in Street Fighter 5.
So Ed is the problem.
Oh boy, you gonna have to do motions now.
Although I will say this, I am really happy that they gave him motion inputs. Like I did his combo trials and stuff, and they are really satisfying to do. I just hate his standing fierce. Fuck that button.
Dense combo trials.
Yeah, he did have a lot more combos. He did have a lot more trials in every. I even when I was doing it, I was like, wait, is this a lot more? And then I checked, and like Manon has 3 advanced trials, and Ed has like 8. It's like, damn. What about my character? Anyway, enough about this negative Nellying thing. It's time for us to get to what I've been looking forward to all day because I've been working hard all day. Automatic.
My heart's beating.
Automatic. Look.
Be still, my fleeting heart.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
I'm ready.
This next segment, which is called Every Frame of Data, is going to test your knowledge. And for this first, the pilot episode, if you will, we're taking it a little easy. I thought I had a lot of ideas coming. I was gonna make it super duper wacky, but instead of making it super duper wacky, let's start with a realistic scenario, and then we'll progress to make it to the wacky stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our newest segment, and hopefully the longest running segment for the future, Every Frame of Data. Here's the intro that I worked on.
Oh boy. Extreme close up. Every frame of data.
Welcome to Every Frame of Data. So we went to the Smithsonian Museum and they gave us this wall. This guy didn't get the memo to not show up here, and he's in front of me, and I hate him. I'm gonna slap him. So, first of all, seeing Cameron have a an existential crisis over Drive Rush is what I've been feeling about Street Fighter 6. So I decided to put that in there. Now, here's how.
Real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I've played Tekken 8 quite a bit. I played a little bit of Street Fighter 6 today. The first thing I got hit by was empty jump low forward drive rush.
That is how it be nowadays. So here's how this is going to work. First of all, this is a test of your knowledge, and depending on how this goes, maybe in the future we'll even call like people from the chat up here to participate. Here's how this works. I have 6 different paintings with 6 different Street Fighter 6 moves.
Go.
I'll pull them up and I'll ask for what the move is and what the specific frame data is. So it can be on hit, on block, recovery, etc., etc. On top of that, since we are in the internet and we are all uncultured swine, and although you might have a better chance at this because you did go to music school, so you probably got exposed to a lot more art than the normal population does. You have the game score, which is the information from the game, and you have a culture score. So I'll also be pulling up famous paintings, and you can tell me the name of the painting, the artist, or what style the painting is. And at the end, if you get more than 8 points, you get 1 point per correct answer. If you get more than 8 points, I'll buy you case of beer.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for your first round?
Absolutely not. Let's
go.
go.
Here is the first round.
All right.
So, what is the move? And what I want is the active frames of this move.
Oh, gosh. That is Ken standing heavy punch. 4 active frames.
Okay. And do you have any guesses on who the artist is and what the name of the piece is called?
That's, I think that's Van Gogh. It's not Starry Night. I don't know.
Okay, so first of all, standing heavy punch, 1 point. It is 5 active frames.
Golly.
Can't give you the points there. And this is called The Scream by Edward Munch.
Oh, I was way off.
So, you have 1 point. There's 5 more, so you have plenty of chances still. You are at 1 point.
Oh, okay.
You are at 1 point. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Why don't I just do? Why don't we do this? Let's see. Last minute. What you call it?
Scoreboard.
Yes. All right. Here we go. 1 point. And we'll move that down there. Actually, we'll move it a little bit lower. There you go. 1 point. Here is your next your next piece.
Oh boy. I don't know the move name, but I know the motion. That's her quarter circle back punch when you release it.
Now, what I need from the move, I forgot. I need to tell you what I want from the move. What I need for the move is what is the frame data on block?
On block? Oh my! It's punishable, so I have to guess. I actually don't know. We'll say. Actually, it should be punishable probably by like a sweep, so I'll say like -8. I'm guessing. I don't actually know.
Okay. And last but not least, do you have a guess on who the artist is and what the name of the piece is? I just realized the signature is right there.
I can't read it though. Kira Russo?
And what's the name of the piece?
Crouching Tiger in the Forest.
All right, you get 2 points. So you're up to 3 points. It is Russo, and the name of the piece is Surprise. And this is the Condor Wind attack, and it is -8 on block. So you are correct.
Yes.
So you're up to 3 points. Yeah, 2 points because you got the name of the artist and you got the frame data correctly.
Oh, so the name of the move doesn't contribute. Gotcha.
No. Well, if you got the name of the move right, I would have given you another point.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So these are only going to get harder from here.
But I got 3.
Yes. Next. This one was I was giggling the entire time I was doing this one.
Oh.
All right. Now I need the name of the move, what it is on block,
Oh, jeez.
and the artist and the name of the painting. Now, no cheating by looking at the chat.
Okay, so that's Dawson's Back Heavy Punch. I think it's called Yoga Anvil. On block, I know it's punishable on block, but I actually don't know how much it is. So it's going to be at least -4, but probably I think it is quite punishable. So I'm going to go with minus. We'll say -6. I don't think that's correct, but I'll say -6.
Okay. And do you have a guess for the artist and the name of the piece?
I have no idea. It looks like Elden Ring. That thing that would be on the ground that you couldn't quite kill in Elden Ring. Man, okay, so it looks like an elephant with stilts floating. Maybe there's an association with Dalsim. Oh man, it looks like the name is on the top right, Dala. So I mean, elephant stilts.
By
Elephant stiltskin.
Elephant stillskin. Unfortunately, no points. So this is called Yoga Lance.
What?
It is
Dawson's
minus
move or the painting.
Dawson's move. It's called Yoga Lance.
Oh.
It is -16 on block.
Oh, jeez.
And the name of the painting, you were so close, is The Elephants
Oh.
by Salvador Dali. Now,
Shucks.
I'll give you one extra chance to earn a point here. Do you know what style of art this is?
Oh no. Impressionist. I don't know.
Nah, it's surrealism.
Surrealism.
We're all getting cultured here. All right, next.
I'm gonna start studying art for the next week.
Next. Now, this one's really tough. This one's really tough. This next one coming up, I main this character. It's a Manon. Spoiler. I didn't know what this button was. So, what I want from this one is the name of the move.
That's a name?
Or not the name of but the command. This one doesn't have a name, so I'll take the command. What it is on hit, and the name of the artist and the painting.
Oh, I might know this one actually. Oh, I have a good guess. So that's Manon's crouching medium kick. On hit, I've never seen Manon combo off of it with a driver. I've never seen a Manon do crouching medium kick and then something else after it. So that tells me that it's not that maybe it's not even on hit. So it's probably just outside of it. So I'm gonna go with -1 on hit.
Okay. And do you have a guess for the painting and the artist?
I think it's Monet, isn't it? Well, I guess you'll tell me. Bridge over water.
Okay, so it is Manon's crouching medium kick, so 1 point there. It is +2 on hit, so you can get a jab off of it if you drive rush. And you are correct, that is Monet. So 2 points, and it is called the Japanese footbridge.
Close enough. Dude, I made a song about Monet. Claude Monet. I went to one of his exhibitions in Las Vegas.
Dude, Claude Monet is great, man. I'm a big Impressionist fan, so Monet, Debussy, Debussy. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Impressionism. So this one was my favorite to work on for sure.
Why did you have to defile Debussy's name?
Because it's the rules. I don't make the rules.
Otto
I just
Bussy. Best of Bussy.
Oh boy. All right. Next. You need 3 points. You have 2 chances. You have 2 more chances. We have 2 more of these, and you need 3 points to earn your case of beer.
Okay. All right.
Next. This one. This is another one that while I was making it, I just couldn't stop laughing. This, I think, might be like my favorite of this bunch.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
I need the. Here's the thing. I need the recovery frames of this move.
No chance. No chance.
I need the recovery frames, the name, and the name of the painting and the artist.
Oh my god, that's OD running bear grab, and it looks.
Do
like
you know the name of the move?
Running bear grab, right?
Okay.
What does it have a different name when you do it at a longer distance?
In Street Fighter 6, it has a different name, but that's okay.
Oh my goodness gracious! No! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Minus the recovery.
Mm-hmm.
It's. Let me think. Hold on. It's probably over 60. It's probably over 60.
Now, chat, while Automatic racks his brain, just focus on the fact that Zangief is about to pile drive the shit out of that little girl. She's about to die.
Dump truck though. Wait,
she's about to die.
Oh, I thought you meant the umbrella lady.
Oh,
anyways, no. I think it's more than 60, so I'm gonna go with 69.
Okay. And do you have a guess on the name of the painting and the artist?
Man, if I knew, this looks like it's really obvious of who it would be, the art style.
Okay. Do you know the art style?
Not at all.
Okay.
No clue. Ooh, I could probably look at this though and maybe get an idea. Like there's boats, there's people, umbrellas. It looks like an era a while back. I wonder. It's probably maybe this is an American artist. Something at the park. Maybe that's the name, something like that. And oh man, I was close, wasn't I? I had to pass on. I have no clue who the artist could be.
Okay, so the name of the move in Street Fighter 6 is Siberian Express.
Oh, he says it too.
It has 40 frames of recovery.
Wow.
Because it's the OD version. You see the yellow? Mm-hmm. And this is Syrah, a Sunday on the Grand Jatte.
You're a real jerk, you know that?
Now, the art style is pointillism. You can see everything is just like a little dot.
Oh.
So it's called pointillism. It was very popular. I think there's still like some popularity about it. But anyway, no points there. So you have one more chance. You have one more chance.
To get all three of them, there's no chance.
Well, you have four chances, or yeah. There's 4 categories, right? Move, name, the frame, and then the painting name and the artist. Here is your final whatever this is. Your final frame. Fatal frame.
Oh.
Now, what I want... You know what? This is really unfair. I'll give you the case of beer. You got 5 points. This is good enough.
No.
This is not fair. This is way too far. And I have learned my lesson for next time. We'll definitely. So what I want is how long you can hold this move until it stops you. There is a finite amount of time that you can hold this move, and I want that along with the name of the move and the artist and name of the painting.
Name of the move is Slithery Snake. You can hold it for 720 frames. The painting, it's a very popular one. You see this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Tsunami by Boku no Pico de Gallo.
Very close. It's called the Sinister Slide. And you can hold it for 216 frames. See, this is where I said this one's unfair. And it is called Under the Wave of Kanagawa by Katsushika Hokusai. And this is a Japanese art style. With like the emphasis are on the lines.
What is a mountain back there?
Mm-hmm. And also, Aki's laying on a boat. He's taking a nap on a boat.
It's pretty funny. I like the way you set me up. You're like, yeah, you know about music. You're artsy guy.
All right. So here's the situation. You did have 5 points. However, these last two were not fair. I am willing to concede that point. So I will award you your case of birria.
Aww.
I will award you a case of birria. Now, we're gonna have more of these in the future because these were so fun to make. And on top of that, people watching. There is a thing called guest star here on Twitch, so we can bring people from the chat onto the call.
Hey.
So maybe we won't put Automatic on the under the spotlight. We'll put you under the spotlight. Also, if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, I'm so sorry. Anyway, this has been a new segment called Every Frame a Data. Everybody's
Siberian Express.
Everybody's having that existential crisis over Drive Rush. Why can't I react to this? Damn it. It ate my inputs.
Not again. Not again.
All right, that was Every Frame of Data. Thanks everybody for joining us for that. I worked real hard on that, so I'm real happy with it. And I hope that doesn't sound sarcastic because I did work real hard on that.
That was sick.
Awesome. I saw people in the chat were having fun with it too. So we'll definitely
poll. The poll feature like on Twitch, maybe.
Oh yeah. As well. Yeah. So this was the pilot for it. I want to do this more often, and my hope is that we can get you over there at home involved. But for today, it was just Automatic. And dude, honestly, I when I was making it, I knew it was gonna be a little bit too tough. But after stepping away from it and coming back to it, when I saw what some of those frame questions were, I was like, "Damn, no way."
You kind of went off.
Yeah,
off the rails.
Yeah. It went from like on hit to recovery to how long can you hold it?
The most impractical knowledge that's like just out there.
Honestly, though, there was a case of beer on the line. I didn't want to pay it up, but you got 5 points though, and you got some of the art pieces that I'm really impressed by. I didn't know any. If I didn't look these up, I would not know the names of the artists and the names of the pieces. So, shout outs.
I got one. What am I'm trying to think. Starry Night with that screaming dude. I confused that with Starry Night all the time.
Yeah, Starry Night's the one that's like a bunch of circles on the sky. That's Van Gogh, I think.
That one's Van Gogh.
Yeah. It was fun fact in 2013 when I was in New York. It was at the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art, and I got to go see it. It was really cool. There was just like a bunch of people crowding around it, taking pictures with it. I just like walked into the room, I saw it, and I was like, cool.
Were you like, wow, millions of dollars?
It was like a reprint, so it was like super tiny. But it was cool. Anyhoozle. I also wanted an excuse to show somebody having an existential crisis at a Drive Rush, because I've been dealing with that. But anyway, this has been another episode of Best of Five. Thank you everybody for joining us. I can't wait to do more of this. Every frame of data I think this is my favorite segment that I've come up with in a hot minute. Automatic, what'd you think? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was great. We'll start researching art. Start watching YouTube videos, famous art piece. I'm gonna beat you to the punch. Like, how does he all of a sudden know?
Maybe we can do something where like you can pick the frames and the art, and I'll guess names and things. I'll probably 1,000% I will not get the frame data, but I may get some of the art pieces. Maybe, if anything, I'll at least know the art style. Like that, I think I can do. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, we talked about ICFC, we talked about Sajam doing Tekken, we talked about Akuma, we went to the museum, the Smithsonian specifically. Yeah, they lent us a room. It was cool. Thanks to the Smithsonian Museum for giving us a room. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we leave?
That's it for me.
Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us for another episode of Best of Five. For those of you on YouTube, hello. Goodbye. Sorry I didn't say hello at the top of the show like I wanted to. But now we have the full episodes on YouTube. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Nice moves.
Armac.
Oh, shoot. Was this side? Yeah. Oh.
Woo, 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 woo. Thank you for joining me as always. Always a blast to have you on, man. I'm really happy you're here.
Thank you.
And I'll see y'all next week. Hopefully. Yeah, most likely next week.
Adios.
Until then.